Hello and welcome back to everyone. So today let's talk about US mainstream media, or in other words, American mainstream medias. They are becoming worse than North Korean propaganda medias. At least North Korean medias don't pretend to be legitimate or proper or any information channels. US medias, we used to believe in and trust in, but this US election cycle they completely exposed your true colors. Behind the scenes they are just the extensions of corrupt US government. Just like any other authoritarian or dictatorship nations, they cover up the dirty works of corrupt elite politicians. The whole corporate US mainstream media are corrupt and biased. It's not surprising that the owners of all these US mainstream medias are multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires who contribute millions and millions of money for these corrupt politicians in return for multiple favors from all these corrupt politicians. If you look at all the publicity enterprises, advertisement companies, movies industry, TV shows, comedy shows, news channels, Hollywood, etc., the whole system, they are all owned in one way or the other by these people at the top, by these powerful people in the government, and they are all corrupt. These corrupt corporate mainstream medias in US and corrupt politicians colluding together. They have this symbiosis relationship for mutual benefits. Medias and all these owners for access and favors. Even anchors and journalists, behind the scenes they are writing all this positive narrative about corrupt politicians and covering up all your dirty mistakes and tragedies. It's just horrible. Ordinary citizens are fed with these false informations. These corporate mainstream media owners, journalists, anchors, corrupt politicians, and Hollywood celebrities. These people they gather together, they party together, they fundraise money, and you won't see ordinary citizens in their meetings. It's all about money and power. It's just horrible, especially when these media, where we get our information from, are colluding with these corrupt politicians. Politicians and media's collusion is one of the worst cases for any nation. Ordinary citizens are going to be blindsided and brainwashed because they are supposed to be, the medias are supposed to be a referee, not supporters or not support anybody. Authoritarian nation like North Korea is just a great example of that. Full of propagandas and false narrative, false informations. If you're not careful, you will be like a magic shows and you would know what happened and how it happened and you will be completely blindsided. People should wake up and do more research for any informations before they come into conclusion. After watching all these spin medias, all this false narrative, false information from corporate mainstream medias, you have to understand that medias are very powerful. Medias have the ability to build things up and the ability to bring things down, you know, almost anything. We can see that lots of example from Hollywood celebrities and even some politicians. You have to understand that medias can spin Hitler and turn it into angel, and some people would just believe in that. So beware and be careful where you get your news and informations from, especially when there are these corrupt propaganda medias like US mainstream media. They are not to be trusted. You have to do your own research. That's about it. Comments below and subscribe.